This time on the Serve to Perform podcast.
Yeah, so when COVID hit, it was literally like March 13th, and all of a sudden, the next day, we were fully at home.
Yeah.
We shut down the office, and that was that. So even our office currently, where we are today, is fully GPA branded.
Yeah.
And it's been so wild that a year has gone by already. But really, past the logos and past the color schemes and the website changes and stuff like that, we're really transforming into a new culture.
Yeah.
So we're really going to show service as our main mission and teach with that in mind.
Yeah. Welcome back to the Serve to Perform podcast. I'm your host, Lainey Osborne, and today we're joined with Miss Megan Arroyos. Megan, thank you for joining us.
Of course. Thank you.
So we're going to talk. Megan, you have not been able to sit in front of the cameras, in front of the lights yet, in front of the microphones. So tell us about your position with Serve to Perform and what you do.
Yeah, so I talked a little bit about this in the Women of Serve to Perform series, but I'm the director of brand and culture, and so we work a lot together. I'm normally sitting right behind these lights and cameras, helping with just the discussion guide and everything like that for our podcast. But past that, I do all strategic planning for our marketing and branding department. And so that involves web development, social media implementation, planning, all branding.
Yeah.
We handle all RFP presentations, everything. It goes from top level strategic planning to nitty gritty decks and stuff like that. So it's really just that entire umbrella. But that's what I do.
So we have some exciting news, and that's why we're doing this podcast. So tell us what we are presenting, what we're launching.
Yes. Tomorrow, from the day this launches, we have a new website launching.
Yeah.
So we collabed with a company called Black Box here local in Fayetteville, and they actually are the company that helped us rebrand in April of 2020, and so we were originally Grand Slam Performance Associates, GPA, what most people know us as, and now we're Serve to Perform.
Yeah.
So Serve to Perform was our platform's name, but rather than having two separate motherboards where we're having brand equity, we decided to just go with one, the strongest, and so the entire company is now known as that, and they did a phenomenal job helping us go through that entire rebranding process with our messaging, logos, color schemes, and murals, and all. They were really good thought leaders for us in that entire project. And so when it came to COVID and having to respond to this new virtual world we were living in, we definitely hit them up again and said, hey, we need a new website to help with this whole e-commerce plan that we're trying to unfold. So that's exactly what this website is going to be.
Explain to us the rebranding process, right? So where we were this time last year and then how we've gotten to the point that we're at now.
Yeah, so when COVID hit, it was literally like March 13th, and all of a sudden, the next day, we were fully at home.
Yeah.
We shut down the office, and that was that. So even our office currently, where we are today, is fully GPA branded.
Yeah.
And it's been so wild that a year has gone by already. But really, past the logos and past the color schemes and the website changes and stuff like that, we're really transforming into a new culture.
Yeah.
So we're really going to show service as our main mission and teach with that in mind. And so it's really helped our clients kind of make more sense of who we are, what we do, and why we do it.
Yeah.
Not only, all right, we're Grand Slam Performance Associates. People thought we were recruiting companies.
Yeah.
We would get baseball players calling us, and we were like, okay, something's not clicking here. So we got the name correct, got our messaging correct, and we officially made that transfer in April of 2020. So about a year ago.
Yeah.
Exactly, which is crazy. But now we're transferring over to a complete e-commerce site to where from start to finish, you can learn more about a specific service for you as an individual or a company. Pick which coach you want. Look through their entire team profile, what podcasts, what subject matter expert topics they're best in.
Yeah.
Schedule it, and then pay.
Yeah.
All in one place. And so we're really wanting to respond to what's been going on in the market and what's needed.
Yeah.
With exactly that.
Yeah. So you've touched on it a little bit. Let's go through all of the new features that we're going to be able to offer within this podcast.
So one being obviously the e-commerce site.
Yeah.
Which is honestly probably the most exciting for us.
And it's huge for us.
Because it's not only going to help tell our story better, but just be an easier way to connect with our customers.
Yeah.
Rather than most of our clients are word of mouth, or within a certain company, we branch off to different departments within it. But for the people who catch us on social media or through random content creation, they can just go to our website and sign up for something. And fully understand, all right, who is this coach? We have back of the business card interviews that will be fully a part of their team profiles and everything like that. And so that part is really exciting that we haven't seen before. It was a fully new idea that Black Box helped us bring to life. But another cool feature that was fully Black Box's magic happening was an Explore feature. Yeah. So it's basically a quiz where if you have no idea what Serve to Reform is and you don't know where to necessarily start, but there may be some things in your individual life or in your company's culture that maybe could need some work. Yeah. We have a quiz that you can go through, and it'll basically show you, all right, well, based off what you told us in this quiz, here's what we recommend. Yeah. So we have different brackets of things of serve to lead and serve to include for our diversity and inclusion services and stuff like that. And so it really helps narrow down the needs of the customer and not just, all right, here's all of our services, pick one. Yeah. That can be really overwhelming.
And where to go, right? How to start the process with engaging in a client relationship with us. And I think that is probably the most unique part about our new platform is going to be able to get on there. Anybody's going to be able to get on there and say, okay, well, I think I need help with this. And then it'll show you the coaches. It'll show you when they have available. It'll show you what they have available. Yeah. And that is going to be a huge asset for our clients as well as for us.
Right. Well, and our manifesto is we are the people. Yeah. And it's like, okay, what does that mean?
Exactly.
It's so hard, especially in the industry that we're in of consulting or whatever you want to call it. Yeah. It's hard to communicate the culture that you have developed just with your people. Yeah. And so I know with our podcast work, a lot of the episodes that we've been developing are the back of the business card. Yes. All right, well, cool. What's your title, your name, your history? Yeah. But what are you passionate about? What makes you you?
Exactly.
And really just showing that so that people can connect on a personal level when it comes to leadership development or whatever they need to get into when it comes to the business, but it just helps connect and it's more personal.
Yeah. And our team we are filled with personal people, right? We love these interactions. We love to sit here and talk and have conversations about things that we wouldn't necessarily get to all virtually or if we don't get to see each other that much. And so being able to build that personal connection on our website was a big deal for us. Yeah. And it was a process that Black Box was very thorough with when it comes to us because we were able to continue to say, hey, we think this needs tweaked or we think this needs changed. And they were like, let's do it. Let's run with it. Yeah. And that's what was so awesome about them being able to develop a platform that they did for us.
Yes. And Black Box is, so one of our biggest challenges that most rebranding or content companies like this would hate us for is we wanted the website to not only share what we do, why we do it, the messaging, the elevator speech that doesn't seem like an elevator speech, but we wanted it to show through how innovative we are and how creative we are. Yeah. So the website can be innovative, creative. We wanted it to be nothing anyone had ever seen before. Yeah. And so what we're launching is exactly that. And it's been a long, ongoing process. But when it comes to the graphic design and every piece of the website has strategically been stared at for hours of just like, okay, how do we make this better? How do we make it the user journey and the user experience better so that people aren't just going to the home screen and being like, wow, overwhelmed by.
Yeah.
So they stay and they're engaged. And so that's probably, I keep saying this is the most exciting thing, but every part of it is just we wanted to make it big.
Yeah.
We wanted to make it exciting.
Yeah.
But
different and better, right?
Yeah.
We wanted to be better than the platform that we currently have. We want it to be more interactive. We want it to be all about the people, all about the client relationship.
Right.
And that was, I really feel like that is portrayed in this platform.
Well, and in the platform we have now, when COVID hit, it was like an immediate shift.
Yes.
So with web development, I immediately added all learning and development, almost like menu items, to where currently you can schedule and you can pick your coach, but we don't have team profiles.
Yeah.
It's not personal.
Yeah.
And so with feedback from our team members and even clients, we were like, okay, how do we make this to where you get all the information up front?
Yeah.
Here's how you make the decision. And if you need further consulting or just a conversation on here's what are the business needs? What are your business challenges to help like facilitate that?
Yeah.
Was a big, huge thing that is a differentiator for sure.
Yeah, for sure. So what does this new platform mean for Serve to Perform? What does this mean for our company as a whole?
It means we're growing.
Yeah.
We're growing fast, and it's super exciting. The past year has probably been the most growth we've had in our last 9, which has been wild with the pandemic and everything. But I think when everything slowed down in March of last year, people started realizing what was important. And so whether that be decisions that maybe had been on hold for a while were finally being made or just stuff like that, we were able to really catch our stride when it came to service.
Yeah.
Because what happens when stuff hits the fan, you fall back on people you trust.
Yeah.
And we've built relationships over the past 9 years of our company's existence of building relationships, being trusted advisors. And so when COVID hit, people turned to us and said, we need help.
And what do we do?
What do we do?
Yeah.
And so we were there. And I think that really shows our company's culture, just showing through a bit to where it's almost a success story. And so with the website and all of our brand goals and needs that have come out of it, it's just another step towards the right direction.
Yeah. So the site launches what will be tomorrow when this podcast is live. Yeah. Are we so excited? I mean, this has been in the works.
Yes. This is at least 5 months in the works.
Yeah.
It's a fully coded, developed website that we've never had before. And it's really gonna take us to the next level.
I agree. Megan, thank you for your insight. Thank you for all of the hard work that you have put into this new platform, all of the tedious details that have been fixed and focused on, and I'm extremely excited for this new platform and all that it's going to offer to our clients.
You've been right there with me, girl.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Next time on the Serve to Perform podcast.
I'm so passionate about Serve to Mentor, our software, because I'm a product of it. My experience was life-changing. I was somebody who had the work ethic, had the perseverance, had a lot of the skills that are hard to teach. I had those, but I didn't have a mentor or an opportunity to really dive into until I met Adam. Yeah. So Adam Royos was my mentor, and without being connected to him, without having his guidance or being connected to an opportunity like a role within Serve to Perform, that whole experience was life-changing.